families live with balance and blessings.
Other families deal with tension and thin resources.
Some walk through daily life with stress and unseen struggle.
Their relationships are tested as much as they are treasured.
And relationships were strained and self-centered. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're not without hope. Consider St Eugene de Mazenod. He's the saint we celebrate on May 21st, the patron saint of struggling families and broken relationships. St Eugene knew what it meant to grow up without stability. He lived during the time of government chaos. The French Revolution caused his family exile and separation. The family's financial security dissolved, and relationships were strained and self-centered. Nothing about his beginnings suggested ease or emotional calm, and yet, over time, grace patiently reshaped his story. St. Eugene said,
"One must not measure the power of grace by the weakness of human instruments."
Pause for a moment. If grace is stronger than weakness, then your family story is not yet finished. It is still being written. St. Eugene chose grace amid a messy family life. The Catholic faith begins with this promise: God enters real lives, not ideal ones. He works within families marked by confusion, distance, or silence, offering not quick fixes, but faithful presence. St. Eugene knew this truth personally. His life itself showed that broken beginnings do not dictate final outcomes. Transformation happens when we, in the words of St. Eugene,
leave a little room for the grace of God to act.
Maybe that's the first step today. Not fixing everything, not figuring it all out, but simply making room, being available for grace. Because healing rarely happens all at once. Sometimes it begins with one heart, quiet, willing, and open. As St. Eugene reminds us,
one must begin by being a saint himself.
God does not demand perfection, only a desire to be made whole. This is the rhythm of the Catholic spiritual life, returning, receiving, and resting in God, again and again, letting grace do its quiet, constant work.
and you don't have to do this alone. The church, your parish, is a family of faith.
Your parish is where people gather, because for the person who is open and hungry for healing, worship leads to wholeness, sacraments lead to sanctity, prayer leads to purpose and perseverance. Place God at the center of your family life and begin.
Come to Mass.
Stay for a few moments of stillness and silence.
Let the Eucharist strengthen and sustain you.
Pick up the Rosary, even just one decade, and place your family, just as it is, gently into Mary's care.
And when it feels hard, when nothing seems to change, hold on to this.
Have courage. There is nothing that can discourage the one who has put all their trust in God.
Or in the words of our founder, Venerable Patrick Peyton, the family that prays together stays together.